enhancing assessment practices in education through the Think-Aloud Protocol. The Think-Aloud Protocol, a methodology originally used in cognitive psychology, has become an invaluable tool in the realm of educational assessment. By having students verbalize their thought processes while completing a task, educators gain direct insights into their cognitive strategies, understanding, and misconceptions. We will delve into the origins of the Think-Aloud Protocol, its mechanics, and its transformative impact on educational assessment practices. Now, let's explore the historical roots and development of this insightful protocol. Origin and development of the Think-Aloud Protocol. Historical background. The Think-Aloud Protocol originated from cognitive psychology, particularly from the work of Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky. His theories on verbal thought laid the groundwork for this method, which was initially used to understand problem-solving processes in adults. During the mid-20th century, psychologists began employing Think-Aloud techniques to study cognitive processes, leading to significant discoveries about how humans think, learn, and solve problems. Evolution into educational settings. In educational contexts, the Think-Aloud Protocol emerged as a method to gain insights into students' learning processes. It was recognized that the verbalization of thoughts while performing a task provides a window into the cognitive strategies employed by learners. This shift was influenced by constructivist theories, which emphasized the active role of learners in constructing knowledge. By the late 20th century, educators and researchers were using Think-Aloud protocols to assess not only cognitive processes, but also to identify misconceptions and gaps in understanding, making it a critical tool in formative assessment practices. Having understood its origins, let's delve into how the Think-Aloud protocol is implemented and the steps involved. Mechanics of the Think-Aloud protocol. Implementation of the protocol. The Think-Aloud protocol is straightforward in concept but requires careful planning and execution for effective use in educational settings. The basic premise involves students verbalizing their thoughts as they engage in a specific task, such as solving a math problem, reading a text, or conducting a science experiment. Steps involved. Selection of the task. The educator selects a task that is representative of the skills or knowledge being assessed. This task should be challenging enough to provoke thoughtful reasoning, but not so difficult that it overwhelms the student. Preparation and instruction. Students are briefed on the purpose and process of the Think-Aloud protocol. They are instructed to verbalize their thoughts continuously as they work on the task. It's crucial to emphasize that there are no right or wrong things to say during this process. Monitoring and recording. As the student engages with the task, their verbalizations are monitored and recorded. This can be done through audio or video recording, or by taking detailed notes. The key is to capture the student's thought process accurately and comprehensively. Analysis of data. The educator then analyzes the recorded data, looking for patterns, strategies, and areas where the student may have misconceptions or difficulties. This analysis is critical for informing instructional strategies and understanding each student's unique learning process. Feedback and instructional adjustments. Based on the insights gained, educators provide targeted feedback to the student and make adjustments to their teaching methods. This might involve addressing specific misconceptions, introducing new strategies, or providing additional resources tailored to the student's needs. The Think-Aloud protocol is a dynamic tool, offering real-time insights into student thinking that traditional assessments often miss. Its effectiveness lies in its ability to reveal the cognitive processes underlying learning, allowing educators to tailor their instruction more precisely to the needs of their students. With an understanding of its mechanics, Let's examine the diverse applications of the Think-Aloud Protocol in educational assessment. Applications in educational assessment. Utilizing the Think-Aloud Protocol in education. The Think-Aloud Protocol has become a transformative tool in the realm of educational assessment, offering a depth of insight into student learning that traditional testing methods often fail to provide. Its applications extend across various disciplines and educational levels, making it a versatile tool for educators. Advantages over traditional assessment methods. Revealing cognitive processes. The most significant advantage of the Think-Aloud Protocol is its ability to make visible the usually invisible cognitive processes of students. This insight helps educators understand not just what students know, but how they think, identifying misconceptions and gaps. By listening to students' thought processes, educators can pinpoint specific misconceptions or gaps in understanding which might not be evident in standard assessments. Personalized feedback. The detailed information gleaned from Think-Aloud sessions allows educators to provide more personalized and constructive feedback tailored to each student's unique learning path. Enhancing metacognitive skills. This protocol also encourages students to reflect on their thinking processes, thereby fostering metacognitive skills that are crucial for lifelong learning. Case studies and examples. In reading comprehension. In a language arts classroom, a teacher might use the Think-Aloud protocol to assess reading comprehension. As students verbalize their understanding of a text, the teacher gains insight into their decoding strategies, inferential thinking, and ability to connect ideas. In mathematics, math educators often use Think-Alouds to understand how students approach problem solving. This method reveals the students' reasoning processes, helping educators identify why a student may struggle with certain concepts or operations. In science education, science teachers use Think-Alouds to assess students' understanding of scientific concepts and their ability to apply these concepts to experiments or real-world scenarios. This approach is particularly useful in revealing misconceptions about scientific phenomena. In standardized test preparation, some educators use Think-Aloud protocols as a tool for preparing students for standardized tests, helping them develop strategies to approach different types of questions and manage their time effectively. While the protocol offers many advantages, it's also important to consider the challenges and ethical considerations involved in its implementation. Challenges and considerations in implementing the Think-Aloud protocol. Navigating practical challenges. Implementing the Think-Aloud protocol in educational settings is not without its challenges. One of the primary concerns is the need for significant time investment. Unlike traditional assessments, Think-Aloud sessions require dedicated time for both conducting the session and analyzing the results. Additionally, some students may feel self-conscious or anxious about verbalizing their thoughts, which can affect the authenticity of the data collected. Educators must create a supportive environment that encourages open and honest communication. Ethical and practical considerations. From an ethical standpoint, confidentiality and the respectful handling of student data are paramount. Students should be assured that their responses are used solely for the purpose of enhancing their learning experience. It is also crucial to ensure that this method is used as a tool for growth and not as a means for undue criticism or judgment. Moreover, educators need to be trained in accurately interpreting the data from Think-Aloud sessions. Misinterpretation can lead to incorrect conclusions about a student's understanding and abilities. Continuous professional development in this area is essential for educators to effectively utilize this protocol. To conclude, let's summarize the key points and explore resources for further reading on this impactful educational tool. The Think-Aloud Protocol offers a unique and powerful means for educators to gain deeper insights into their students' learning processes. While it comes with its own set of challenges, the benefits in terms of personalized instruction and improved student outcomes are substantial. For those interested in exploring this methodology further, resources like Think-Aloud Protocols, a toolkit for cognitive processes by L. Markova, and Assessing Metacognitive Skills in Educational Contexts by J. Wilson provide comprehensive guides and studies. Embracing such innovative assessment practices can significantly enhance the educational experience for both teachers and students.